Live from Sin City, it's the Socks and Pinstripes Podcast. And now, here's the star of the show, Giant Dr. Griffin!
This is Diet Dr. Griffin. We're back with another episode of the Socks and Pinstripes Podcast. I know we're not a football podcast, but there's something that happened this week that just makes me think about our MLB situation, and that is the NFL Hall of Fame voting. Did you hear about a certain somebody who was not voted in on their first ballot?
Oh yeah, it was the Darth Vader, Bill Belichick.
Yeah. Bill Belichick, the greatest coach in the history of this league, 8 Super Bowl wins, 2 as a coordinator, 6 as a head coach, somehow does not even make it in on the first ballot.
It's pretty wild.
In baseball, we get mad if like one person doesn't vote for Ichiro.
Yeah, well,
yeah, it's a different kind of situation. Like, there's never any doubt in baseball that Ichiro is going to make it in.
Yeah.
But apparently you can be the best coach in league history and not even make it in. And everybody out there is saying, like, universally, even Patriot haters are like, dude, he's in. Shut up.
Who did they vote in ahead of him?
I don't know the full list, but it doesn't really matter. There were some executives, I guess, or something like that.
It doesn't matter, yeah.
Everybody thought Belichick was such a shoe, and they forgot to vote for him.
Yeah, that checks out. They're like, he'll get enough votes. We don't need to vote for him.
Thankfully, Belichick, I don't think has said anything yet, and he probably doesn't have to, given the collective outrage. They can speak more for him than anybody could.
He probably doesn't even care, too. So
I think he does care. He's a historian. He will go on a 10-minute conversation about punters and like the greatest punters of all time if you like ask him a question about that. He has this reputation of giving like no answers when you ask a question. He just mumbles and stuff. But if you ask him a football question, he will talk to you for 10 minutes. He will talk to you about long snapping. That checks out. He loves that kind of thing.
That's why he's the best.
Yes. And I have decided to leave the special league.
Oh, nice. Good for you. I feel like that's been weighing on your mind for too long. So
yes. And I have joined a new league.
Ooh, spicy.
This may be a one and done situation. I'm doing it as a test drive.
Okay.
But I did find a keeper league that is drafting on the same night as I was planning on drafting with the other team on March 8th.
Uh-huh.
And they have some interesting rules because, we'll start with the fact that it's a 10-team league. They play head-to-head scoring categories. We'll get to that. But one of the interesting things when I was looking at the standings last year is they play just 1 point per week.
Oh, okay.
So basically, if you win against somebody 10-9 or you win against somebody 14-6, it just counts as a win and counts as a loss.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's how they do it, which is unique to our sport of fantasy baseball.
Yeah, I kind of like it though. Oddly enough,
it's something. I'm looking at some of these rules. I'm playing in some of these areas to see if they have some different rules, but at least it's like somewhat sane. This is a 6 transaction per week league.
I don't think I can propose any more rules to our league without people trying to murder me. So I think I'm done for a while.
I still need to actually offer up the vote for that because everybody was kind of wanting to vote on different things, and Jeff's succinct way of saying it, I need to circle back and
dude, I found out that Lily's on my team, so let's go 5 spots.
There's only 20 innings, which is I think Yahoo's standard is 20.
Yeah, okay.
A little lighter in that regard. They have a 6-team playoff, so 6 out of 10 make it, and there's divisions in this one too.
Oh, all right.
So you got 2 5-team divisions.
Uh-huh.
They have the best regular season record versus opponent as the playoff tiebreaker, which I don't agree with. I don't like that tiebreaker.
I don't know what that means. I think I'm
What it
confused.
means is that our tiebreaker is playoffs is seeding.
Oh, okay.
So the higher seed wins the playoff. But let's
Gotcha.
say we played each other in the regular season and then we play each other in the playoffs. Whoever did better in the regular season matchups gets the tiebreaker in the playoffs.
Oh, and you don't agree with that?
That should be a tiebreaker to get into the playoffs, but I feel like there's outside of the first two buys, I don't feel like there's an inherent advantage for all the work that you put in during the season.
Oh, okay, I see.
And that's a standard. The standard Yahoo rule is higher seed is the tiebreaker.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that our league does that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have won my championship. So,
Yeah, and I won my first championship on a tie.
okay,
Yeah, as the 2 seed over a 3 seed. So
nice.
to me that's a fair rule to me.
Okay, cool.
I feel like it gives you the advantage of doing of basically all the work that you put in over the course of the year. It's like, there you go. You
Yeah,
earned something out of it. You earned
gotcha.
a tiebreaker.
Gotcha.
There are it's a 6x6 category. So 6 categories for hitting, 6 categories for pitching. It's probably one of the reasons why they decided to do the just winning it all, just the winning one per week sort of thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So the scoring categories is runs, home runs, runs batted in, stolen base, batting average, and then OPS.
Okay.
So a little more sophisticated in that way. The pitching is where it gets interesting here because you
Mm-hmm.
got strikeouts, ERA, WHIP, K per 9. Not really a fan of that one, but as we all know, quality starts and then save and hold.
Wait, sorry, what were the last two?
Quality starts and save by holds. I'd say save and hold, excuse me.
All right, I like the save and hold. I think that K's through 9 is redundant, but
This is the first league that I've ever played in where they're not counting wins. It's a quality starts league.
okay.
So that's going to be a little different. And another difference
I
is
wonder what the percentage of people who have a quality start and don't get the win is. It's got to be low, I would assume.
that would be something to ask Alexa.
Yeah, or Google, or, as long as it's like excluding the Mariners, who their pitchers go for quality starts and lose all the time.
So they have the roster positions are slightly different too. So they have 4 outfielders. They have all the regular ones and then 4 outfielders and 2 utility spots.
Oh, okay.
So you have to roster an extra outfielder. And then there's no pitcher categories. It's just 5 starting pitcher and 3 relief pitchers.
Oh, okay.
You have 4 bench spots, 4 IL spots, and then a not available spot.
Okay.
The rules are that you are allowed to keep 3 players each year and a prospect. And there's specific rules for the prospect, about 150, I think, at bats, and then or 50 under 50 innings for pitchers.
Okay.
So I am taking over an established team, and there's one more wild thing here. It's a linear draft.
And that is
Okay, so the draft that every draft that we have done is a snake draft. So the first pick drafts first, and then they draft last in the second round.
Oh, so a linear draft
First and the
is
third
1
round.
through 10 and then back to first again?
Yeah, so
Okay.
every round, if you are the first pick, you're drafting first in every single round. It's
Gotcha.
like how the NFL does it. How they do them in real life, and they do snake drafts.
Yeah.
So I think I've gone through all of the major rules about this league.
Yeah.
I have a team that took over. I ended up taking over the team that placed in 4th last year.
Oh, that's not bad.
So I have to change my team name eventually, but right now it's some kind of Chicago fan. It just says Chicago South Side with a 9 instead of the G in Chicago. I don't know what that means. If we have anybody listening in Chicago, just hit us up somewhere. I don't know where, but maybe put in the comments on Spotify.
Yeah.
What is the deal with the 9 as a G? Maybe it's just a swaggy way of saying a G.
Yeah, probably.
So I have 3 keepers, and in this league, I think it's pretty obvious who my keepers are going to be. I have for hitters, I have Ronald Acuna Jr., I have Gunnar Henderson, and then I have Paul Skeens as a pitcher.
Oh, that's nice. You got Skeensy.
Yeah. And he had 20 quality starts last year, and I think he might be able to do that again. I can live with that, and just great all around stats.
Yeah.
And thankfully, because they're not in a wins league, the fact that Paul Skeens may only get 10 wins, it doesn't hurt me.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
So I mean, I have a
But
bunch of
they'll give
other.
you a bunch of quality starts, so.
Yeah, yeah. He's just. I think they're gonna probably let him work more this year because they're gonna try to be more competitive this year.
Yeah, it sure seems that way. So.
All right. So now that we all did the Diet Dr. Griffin stuff out of the way, let's talk about some actual news here. Does that not sound good?
Yeah, that sounds great.
All right. So your boy Jacob Wilson, he got
Yeah.
a 7-year extension with the Athletics.
Okay, let's go.
So they
Jacob.
have managed to lock up. Now they got Wilson. Now they had Soderstrom, Rooker, and Butler signed extensions with that team.
Okay, so they might be trying to do something, yeah.
They're trying to lock up that offense for when they come to Vegas.
Yeah, they're not locking up Bangaliers though, so.
No, they'll keep trying. They'll keep trying.
Yeah.
They got to get Kurtz too if they can.
He just went through arbitration too. I wonder what he got.
I don't know what Shea got. I'll have to look because I know Kurtz would be pre-arb, so he wouldn't be there.
Yeah.
Fortunately, Mariners pitcher Logan Evans is supposed to be getting Tommy John surgery.
Yeah, he kind of was a little bit up and down anyway, so no, we're not going to miss him. Love you, Evans. Be well and good, but take it easy, bro.
Well, somebody else that's going to be see you later is the president of baseball operations for the Twinkies. Derek Falvey has been fired.
Okay.
And then before we start getting to our AL Central talk.
Oh, wow. Okay, hold on. Breaking news with Bangaliers. He did sign a 1-year, $5.25 million contract with the Oakland Athletics to avoid arbitration. So,
all right. Well,
he remains under team control. He remains under team control through 2028 and becomes a free agent in 2029, but signed for 5.25 for one this year. So
that's good.
Yeah.
Harrison Bader has signed with the Giants for 2 years, about $20 million.
Nice.
That's a good deal. Harrison Bader, like that's the kind of deal that the Braves should have signed him for instead of the Yaz from the Giants, coincidentally. Like here you got a guy, he's 32 years old. He's a good defender in the outfield, hit 17 home runs last year, and just is a good, solid piece. And he didn't even play like a full season. He only had like 450 plate appearances. I think he kind of played more on the bench with the Phillies for depth.
Gotcha.
And then we're going to get to the AL Central review. And the biggest guy, AL Central guy, Jose Ramirez, he got a contract extension with the Guardians. That's pretty much going to guarantee he ends his career with that team.
J-Ram.
And he's like passed on so much money.
Yeah, he likes being on that team. Yeah.
If there's ever a guy that gives the hometown discount, it's him.
Yeah. Yeah. You can tell he likes it there.
They better give him a nice big statue when his career is over.
And does he have a ring with them yet?
No, Cleveland hasn't had a ring.
Ever.
I don't. Well, maybe I don't know if they. I don't think they've ever had one, or at least it's been since. No. I think it's been like since 1948 or something like that since they won.
Okay, we got to get J-Ram a ring over in Cleveland.
Yeah,
Mariners are never going to win, so I guess that's my AL team to win this year.
Well, they're deferring a lot of money in this deal. I think they're referring $70 million to Jose.
Okay, so they might be trying to get him a little bit of help on the offense there, huh?
Well, or maybe get him another pitcher. I mean, Framber Valdez is still out there somehow.
Oh yeah, dude. They get Framber. Dude, if the Mariners give Framber Valdez, that would be the single greatest idea they've had in a long time. Although we are
Valdez.
apparently in talks with Brandon Donovan, and I think he would also be a really good fit on the team.
Oh, Brendan Donovan. Yeah, that could be good for you guys. He's
Yeah.
a good second base, third base option.
Yeah, I think we're getting rid of Gino and going to put him at third base. I think that's the idea anyway. I would be surprised if that wasn't the idea. As much as I love Gino, again, he just does not play well in Seattle. So
Gino hasn't signed anywhere yet either.
yeah,
Keep an
because
eye
we
on that situation.
unfortunately we tanked his
No, I
we
mean,
tanked the
I think
number he could get
teams,
a little bit. So
dude, if teams can go and figure out park factors and home road splits, I think they can figure out if he's good or not. Like they're better
yeah,
than us. They have more information, more everything.
that's true.
I think
And
it's
he
just
was hitting like 285 with 30 home runs at the Snakes. So
yeah, there's enough of a track record with him being bad in Seattle. I think other teams are like, yeah, he's okay outside of Seattle. I think we'll be fine.
he just has to play south of what is he has to play south of St. Louis, and then he does well. So
All right, so unfortunately, I don't think there's any teams south of St. Louis in the AL Central.
no, I don't think there are either. The Royals would be the closest. So
Yes. And we have a number of different teams in this division. Let's start with the Chicago White Sox, who a
oh,
couple years ago.
funny non sequitur. I just saw a thing that says the the AL Central teams seem to be competing for least bad status.
Well, I don't think the Guardians, that's the NL Central. I don't know. I don't think the AL Central is as bad as the
People
NL
make it
Central.
out to be, yeah.
No,
So
I think
you got
there's a
the
decent team.
Tigers and the Guardians, and they're competitive.
Now,
So
if the Tigers end up trading Tara Skubal, which is something that's kind of I've been rumored out there, okay, maybe we might have to reconsider that discussion. But we're
yeah,
not at that point yet. We are
yeah.
at the Chicago White Sox, who have basically, been trading away any guys and doing a total rebuild. They're further into the rebuild than the St. Louis Cardinals here, and
Yeah.
they had the worst record in the history of baseball a couple years ago. They've made a lot of changes since then.
Yep.
But I think they're moving in the right direction, but they're still probably cellar dwellers for a while.
Oh yeah, I'd say like at least a couple more years.
Yeah, because really the issue is they don't have much in starting pitching. I think their best pitcher is like Sean Burke, I think is what it is. I'm
Yeah.
getting Shane Smith mixed up with. No, maybe it is Shane Smith. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting my
Shane Smith,
starting
Shane
pitchers
Wright's the
mixed up.
center on the Kraken. So there's a lot of Shanes in professional sports these days.
Yes. Yes. And they traded away Luis Robert Jr. So they have like a lot of young pieces. They have Ronald Acuña's younger brother. They have Lennon Sosa. They have the only like recognizable player that they had on the team from like the previous years was Andrew Benintendi
Oh
because
jeez.
they gave him like 5 years, $75 million for some reason.
All right, Benintendi, get it, bro.
Yeah, it was like it was the largest contract in the history of that franchise.
All I know about all I know about the White Sox is that was when my dad, my brother, and I were at the game in the Coliseum the year before they left, and we got seats one row back from the Athletics dugout. And every time Sosa got up to the plate, my brother and we got a season ticket holder next to us to yell, "You're not Sammy," every time he was up to bat.
Although he does hit a lot of
Oh,
home runs. I had him
yeah.
in the special league last year, here and there.
Yeah, well, so one of his at bats while we were chanting that he flew out to the warning track and we were like, "Oh man, he almost hit a home run."
We'll talk about the Cleveland Guardians next, who I feel like are basically bringing back the exact same team as they had last year.
Yeah, and if a couple players step up, they seem to be headed in the right direction if they get a little more production out of some of their other guys. So
Yeah, they're doing the Cincinnati Reds model, basically just hoping that your guys get better.
Emmanuel Clase, what's up with him?
Well, I mean, he's gone. He's gone.
You think he's gone forever?
He's gone forever, Shane.
Oh man.
He's done. So.
I'm gonna miss that guy. He was really fun to watch. He probably had the closest cutter to a Mariano Rivera cutter that baseball's ever seen.
He does until somebody else does it.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Next, we have the Detroit Tigers, who also are bringing in a very similar team to how they had last year. The biggest difference is that they have been making moves in the bullpen, bringing in Kenley Jansen and keeping Kyle Finnegan.
Yeah, dude, Kyle Finnegan is just such a great. I was jealous that they got him. I really like the way that guy pitches.
And I think they're regretting the fact that Glaber accepted their qualifying offer because they probably could have made a move or two in free agency. Otherwise,
Yeah, but like Glaber might also have a good year. He's yet to have a good year yet, so we'll see what happens.
The thing is, though, is that Glaber's going to make more money than Tarek Skubal if the Tigers have their way about it.
So, I mean, if you're Tarek, you just gotta.
That is so wild.
If you're Tarek, you just gotta know your payday's coming. So
just make sure your arm doesn't fall off this year. That's
your
only goal. No Tommy John surgery, no shoulder surgery. Just it can fall off after we sign the ink strap.
Yeah, just pull. Several veteran pitchers have done that. Sign your contract and be like, I think I need to go to Tommy John.
Yeah. The thing is, though, this team is basically the same as it was last year. I don't know how it's going to really get better.
They could get better. They could get better defensively for sure in the infield and maybe a little bit in the outfield.
You're basically trotting out the exact same lineup as you had last year.
Yeah,
so it's like, how's it going to get better if it's the same parts?
I mean, they were one game away from going to the AL championship. If you think about that, a couple things here and there, maybe a little bit of a different approach, maybe a little bit of growth, having been to the playoffs. And if you beat the Mariners or whatever team in the divisional series, you're going to the championship series and have a chance at a World Series.
Next, we're going to talk about the Minnesota Twinkies, who are also in the jettisoning good players mode.
Yeah.
But they still have some decent players on this team, too.
Well, they have that one pitcher who has like the two really long names or whatever.
Well, they have Joe Bryan.
No, the young guy. It's like Woods.
So you thinking Simeon Woods Richardson?
Yes, that guy. Yeah.
Yes, he's still there.
Okay, I like him. I think he'll be a good pitcher.
They still have Joe Ryan and Pablo Lopez.
Nice. No, dude, Pablo having a good year would be nice to see. So.
Yeah, and if Bailey Ober can get on track, he was pretty effective for a couple years there.
Yeah, that's true.
Fell off last year. Their big free agent acquisitions were Josh Bell and Victor Carantini.
Okay, interesting. Carantini came from the Astros, right?
We literally asked this question, and I think it was the Astros.
Yeah, for whatever reason, his name always sticks in my mind. So
I think I literally asked you the question last week, who you play for.
Yeah, okay.
I completely forgot because why would I remember that? And they also signed, I think, Taylor Rogers, who I believe was with the Twinkies years ago.
Yeah, okay.
Remember right? Yeah, I think he was with the Twinkies and they traded him to the Giants, and then he's back with the Twinkies.
A little bit of a homecoming.
Yep. Oh, that brings us to the Royals.
KC.
Another one of these basically trotting out the same team as they did last year, just hoping it gets a better result this year.
Yeah.
Because their big free agent acquisition was Lane Thomas, who was an outfielder.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they do.
You can argue that one of their biggest additions would be the hopeful addition of more home runs being hit at Kauffman Stadium, because they are bringing in the fences a little bit.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, they're altering their ballpark to try to make it more favorable to home runs. Because right now they have a very favorable hitting ballpark except for home runs.
Huh. I wonder why the Mariners don't do that, because that seems like it would be an idea that they should mull around a little bit. So
Dude, I'm still convinced that when they brought in the stands in Baltimore, that was like what got them to be good. And then they went neutral again,
yeah,
and now they're like average. They
yeah.
fell off. I feel like that stadium was their little cheat code to success.
Yeah, it's like build yourself a toy ballpark like they got in New York, make all your players look great, and let's figure it out later. So
Yeah, and they did give Seth Lugo an extension and Michael Waka Waka Waka. They're both
nice.
locked up with the team until
Dude,
2029.
Waka Waka's walked up with the team. That's awesome.
Yeah. Waka Waka Waka. And Cole Reagans is also locked up through 2029. So they got a lot of their team kind of together for a while.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
They did lock up Bobby Witt Jr. too, so he's there.
Yeah, I figured they would. That's probably they did that as soon as they could, which makes sense. It's
I'm
like we're getting like the most amazing deal on Julio after locking him up. So that guy could have gone. Well, not after his last 2 seasons, but if he has another really great season, we're gonna look like geniuses. So
the irony is that I think he got voted MLB's top, according to MLB.com, whatever, as top outfielder of the year, top center fielder of the year.
oh, nice. Okay, that makes sense. If you combine his power and defense, because a lot in that position, you're getting one or the other. So
Yeah, so we got our AL Central teams, and I feel like the Tigers and the Guardians are probably the top two favorite teams, unless the Tigers just decide to sell off Scooble.
yeah,
Unless that happens, but I do think don't sleep on the Royals. I think there's a lot of talent here with this team, and if they're able to get some better health out of their pitchers, especially in the second half where they didn't have Bubich and Reagans,
yeah.
like they could be a legit team. And I'm very curious to see how these new ballpark changes help the club out.
They got Salvi Perez behind the dish still, right?
I think they basically kind of move him around. He still plays catcher a bit, but he also
Yeah.
slides around to like first base and DHs a lot.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
But yeah, he's still there. He's gonna be that franchise's
Yeah, if he hits as many home runs as he did last year, they really will have a chance. So
yeah, he's gonna be like that team's Jose Ramirez, basically.
yeah, that makes
Because
sense.
Perez was, I believe he was either he was very early in his career when they won the World Series. He was, I think,
Oh, okay.
he was on that team.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So he's gonna be like that franchise icon. Probably have a statue outside of the new stadium when they decide to build that.
Yeah, as he should. So
And they need to be thanking the Chiefs as well at some point, sending them a very nice little Derek Jeter gift basket.
all because they're taking over their old stadium or whatever.
Well, no, because we didn't talk about this on the show because it's obviously a football thing, but the
Yeah.
Chiefs are moving out of Missouri and moving to Kansas City. Or
I
Kansas,
thought
excuse me.
Kansas City was in Missouri and
There's a
Kansas.
Kansas City, Kansas, and a Kansas City, Missouri, and they're both like within driving distance of each other.
Yeah, they're across the river from each other, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so they're moving across state. So now Missouri only has the Kansas City. Well, they have St. Louis too, but they basically only have the Royals now in Kansas City, Missouri.
And there's one of those states you can't sell beer, you can't sell alcohol on Sunday, which seems ridiculous being how big
I
football
feel
is there.
like it's in Missouri. I think
Yeah, I feel
Missouri's the
like it's
one.
Missouri too. Yeah.
But it's funny. Jeff and I talked about this on Wham, and
Yeah.
I don't remember which state it was, but he brought this story up because he did go to see a Chiefs game.
Yep, Monday it is Missouri, Monday through Saturday.
Yeah, they used to have dry counties where I grew up. Like some counties wouldn't do it, and you wouldn't really know what counties until you got there because it's kind of
Gotcha.
goofy up there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, do you have any baseball fun facts? We'll cut the show short so you can talk a little less today, Shane.
That's okay. I've been powering through it. It feels great. So
I know, but I want you to get healed up so that you can yell at your customers that you deal with every day
I never yell at them.
or
I
your
let them yell at
coworkers.
I let them yell at me. It feels better that way.
All right.
Okay. Until 1883, pitchers were required to throw underhand. So basically, baseball was softball until 1883. So,
But softball probably didn't exist then. It was just
yes,
baseball,
softball did not exist yet.
and then some people who played softball or played baseball with the underhand wanted to bring that to play softball, and they
Yeah,
invented,
something
and
like
that's
that.
how softball got invented.
Perfect. We nailed it. That's the
My
history of
personal record
softball.
book. That's how I got figured out.
I like that. I'm cool with that. So,
All right. Well, on that note, we'll see you guys next week with one of the other divisions, and we'll decide which one it is because we haven't decided yet.
yeah, and we won't tell you because that's how we like it. So,
Yes. Surprise. See you guys.
I know.